those who are running is record for achievement, powers of the person. So, we are supporting that is more qualified. Not only because it's one of us from my race, but it's more qualified. I want us to know this.
At the restive frontier with Mali and Burkina Faso. In a statement, the army said by the end of Monday, 43 new bodies had been found, bringing the provisional death toll to 51 soldiers. Those fatalities were added to an earlier toll of 8 soldiers given by the army on Monday morning. Burkina Faso is battling a jihadist insurgency that spread from neighboring Mali in 2015. The violence has led to more than 10,000 deaths, according to estimates by NGOs, and displaced some 2 million people. An improvised explosive device has gone off at a police checkpoint in western Mali, killing an officer and a civilian. It was gathered that 7 others were injured in the attack at the Nara National Police checkpoint on the road to Mauritania. The regional governor's office said the civilian was an employee at the town hall, while a military official also confirmed the attack. On February 7, 2 police officers and a gendarme were killed in an attack by suspected jihadists on a checkpoint in the town of Nara. Mali has been in the throes of a decade-long security crisis triggered by regional revolts in the north that developed into a full-blown jihadist insurgency. Russian President Vladimir Putin is expected to deliver a major speech to Russia's elite to give his analysis of the international situation and give an assessment of what he calls a special military operation. Putin's address comes after several high-stakes diplomatic moves, including U.S. President Joe Biden visiting Kiev to meet Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky and China's top diplomat Wang Yi due to visit Moscow. After his unannounced trip to Ukraine, Biden heads to Poland, where he is set to consult with allies from NATO's eastern flank. China says it is worried that the Ukraine conflict could spiral out of control, just as its foreign minister, King Gang, called on certain countries to stop fueling the fire in an apparent dig at the United States. The United Nations Agency for Human Rights has reported that more than 7,000 people died in Ukraine and at least 11,700 were injured since the start of the war. Another earthquake has struck Turkey's southern province of Hatay and northern Syria, killing 3 people. The epicenter was in the district of Samandag in Turkey, according to Turkish monitor Kandili, but it was felt in Syria, Israel, Iraq, Lebanon, and Palestine. Turkish Health Minister Fahrettin Koca said 294 people were injured in Monday evening's earthquake. It was also reported that 6 people were injured in Aleppo from falling debris, while the mayor of Hatay said a number of buildings had collapsed, trapping people inside. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has toured a resort region turned disaster zone where torrential rains killed at least 40 people, just as the country's famed carnival celebrations were held, with dozens remaining missing. Rescue workers were racing to find any survivors buried under the mud and rubble after 24 hours of record rain over the weekend triggered violent floods and landslides that devastated the area around the popular beach city of São Sebastião. Lula vowed the federal government's support for reconstruction efforts and issued an appeal to stop buildings on low-lying areas and hillsides vulnerable to such disaster, which are frequent in Brazil. Lula made the comments in a news conference in São Sebastião, a city of about 90,000 people, after flying over the area where aerial images showed brown flood waters engulfing houses just inland from the emerald waters of region's pristine coastline. And that's it on The World at Noon. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.